Thank you for your time today. My name is Larry Beezer. We're going to be talking about mind mapping today. What exactly is a mind map? You know, when we communicate, context really is everything. It's the essence to effective communication. And so, what is the context here for our mind map? As an enterprise architect, I use mind maps for a variety of purposes. For example, I was called on last year to lead a summit of senior technical and business leaders of advanced services to create a roadmap for the service portfolio to wrap around the really neat technology Cisco was rolling out at the time. And in order to do that, I led the team through this mind map you see here right now. Of course, you have the different pre-work pieces, the foundational elements, the senior VP's marching orders with his vision and his purposes for the summit. Where are we going? How are we going to get there? How are we going to put a governance framework around this such that we have actionable, measurable metrics? And on the first summit that we were staging, what is our goal and how are we going to approach this across the 4 days? We had a way of grouping our mind map elements such that we could keep the different contexts together, and it was actually an excellent success. A second context for me was the 3D modeling that you saw some video of on my website. And to do the 3D modeling, we needed standards, of course. And as I was developing the capability for the facilities and energy management practice, I created a mind map that was a living artifact which captured all the various standards for the SketchUp models that we were producing. And this is what we're looking at here. We divided it into the various pieces, the skins, the models themselves, the geometry of each model, the componentry itself, and the metadata that it contained, and how we would use naming and handle very large models. Living standards, and that is one important way of creating that particular service set. So generating intellectual capital, books, white papers, and the like, are something that I do just as a matter of course through my day-to-day work, both with Cisco and prior. I'm currently, as a matter of fact, writing a book with a good friend of mine from the Cisco public sector side on transformational architectures, and we were collaborating for the book's content using a mind map, because we were able to do this real-time using the cloud service and get a lot of velocity behind the collaboration. And what we're going to look at here is the mind map that we use. The book, of course, was divided into 3 little sections. The first section being the technology building blocks, and then how they aggregate into transformational architectures. And then we discuss how the enterprise architecture framework and governance approaches are really the way to hang on to the value of these various deployments, call it cloud, big data, what have you. But you know, at the end of the day, a mind map creates just a data set. At the end of the day, a mind map is just a data set. Which leaves us with a question. How can you consume a mind map, be it a architect who is a nonlinear thinker, or a program manager or an engineer who is a linear thinker? How do you consume a mind map? There's a video coming just for you. Stay tuned.